Welcome to Critical Cinema. Today let's take a look at the quirky and hilarious world of Smiling Friends. Created by Michael Cusack and Zach Haddle, this animated series follows the bizarre yet endearing adventures of Pim and Charlie, employees at a small company dedicated to helping those in need smile. The show has quickly become a hit, gaining a substantial following. I personally love this show, it's so creative and genuinely hilarious. Currently, as of the making of this video, the show is in the midst of releasing its second season. But one episode from this season stands out as the black sheep on Smiling Friends' otherwise perfect record. The episode I am referring to is Season 2, Episode 2, Mr. President. The episode left fans of the show feeling underwhelmed, and today it's my job to dissect why. Let's begin with a quick plot summary. In the episode, Pim and Charlie are tasked with making the unpopular President Jimbo smile to boost his re-election campaign. Their efforts lead to a series of disasters, including a missile launch mistake and a disastrous economic policy announcement. Charlie discovers some secret worms manipulating the election. Despite a rigged debate in Jimbo's favour, the election ends in a tie. But Mr. Frog ends up winning thanks to Glep's vote, and that pretty much sums the episode up. So what are the problems people are having with this episode? To start, it was President Jimbo's character. His low energy and mumbling performance didn't fit the show's usual lively, fast-paced humour, making it hard for viewers to connect with him or find him funny. This contrast made the comedic scenes around him fall flat. Next, the visual choice of keeping Jimbo covered in lamb sauce throughout the episode was off-putting for many. It added a layer of discomfort that distracted from the enjoyment. The election storyline's slower pace was also a departure from the show's typical rapid-fire jokes and chaotic energy, making the episode feel out of sync with what fans expected. There were also some inconsistencies that confused viewers. For example, the sudden love for Mr. Frog, despite his previous bad behaviour, didn't make much sense, and the worm's ignorance about frogs eating bugs felt like an oversight. The episode's pacing felt off, and the previously mentioned gross-out humour didn't resonate well with the audience. Some even found Mr. President hard to understand at times, yet another detail that pulled this episode down. And weirdly, the episode is not very funny. Many viewers didn't find fat, eating and fart jokes funny, and unfortunately, the episode used them a lot. Finally, the episode felt incredibly shallow in both concept and execution. The concept of, "Lol, what if President was bad?" is so overdone and overused. It brings nothing interesting to the table, especially compared to every other episode that shows at least something unique. The best part of this episode is Mr. Frog returning, but he's only there for a very short time. To summarise, the Mr. President episode of Smiling Friends struggled with character betrayal, pacing, and plot consistencies, making it a disappointing entry in an otherwise beloved series. From Jimbo's lackluster performance to the confusing plot points and shallow writing, it's clear why fans were let down. Overall, this did not appear to reflect the artistic talent that Mike and Zach have already demonstrated. Personally, I think this episode is often seen as the worst because the previous episode with Grimley was one of the show's best, if not the best, which set a high standard and contributed to the negative reception of Mr. President. But let's face it, despite its flaws, this episode is still a masterpiece compared to typical adult animation. Anyway, what do you think? Do you agree with the criticism, or did you find some hidden gems in Mr. President? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Critical Cinema. Thank you so very much for watching, and don't forget to stay critical. That's the end of the show.